Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like life just punched you in the gut? The last few years, we all took that hit. The world shut down, businesses collapsed, families were shaken, and fear, oh, it was everywhere. But you know what? We're still here, and not just to survive, we're here to dominate. See, adversity isn't a stop sign, it's a green light if you know how to use it. Adversity is not the enemy. It's the ultimate test, the fire that forges who you really are. When the world throws challenges at you, when everything feels like it's collapsing, you have two choices: break down or break through. And in that moment, you don't discover weakness, you discover strength you didn't even know you had. Think about the toughest moments of your life, the heartbreaks, the losses, the failures. At the time, they felt like the end, but when you look back, wasn't it those very moments that shaped you, that built resilience, that forced you to grow in ways comfort never could? Pain, struggle, and setbacks are not roadblocks, they are the path itself. And the people who succeed, who rise above, are the ones who refuse to let adversity define them. They use it to refine them. The pandemic shook the entire world. It took businesses, relationships, and even lives. But in the middle of the chaos, some people didn't just survive. They adapted, they evolved, they found new ways to thrive. Why? Because they didn't see adversity as a stop sign. They saw it as fuel. Every challenge in life is neutral. It's the meaning you give it that determines whether it breaks you or builds you. Look at history's greatest achievers. Every one of them faced adversity. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. But they didn't let failure define them. They let it drive them. They saw setbacks as setups for comebacks. Right now, you may be facing your own struggles. Maybe it's financial hardship. Maybe you lost someone you love. Maybe you feel like you've hit a wall. But this moment isn't the end. It's the beginning of your next level. The key is to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, how is this happening for me? Because when you shift that mindset, when you start seeing adversity as a gift instead of a curse, that's when everything changes. That's when you step into your power. So don't fear adversity, welcome it, because every challenge, every setback, and every failure is just another step toward the strongest, most unstoppable version of yourself. Your state, your physical, mental, and emotional energy determines the quality of your life. You can have the best strategies, the biggest goals, and all the resources in the world. But if you're operating from a weak or disempowered state, you won't take the action necessary to win. On the other hand, when you shift your state into one of power, certainty, and determination, you become unstoppable. Think about it. Have you ever had a day where everything felt off? You were sluggish, unmotivated, and stuck in negative thoughts? And what happened? You hesitated, you doubted yourself, you made excuses. But have you also had days where you felt fully alive, where you woke up with energy, where your mind was sharp, where you felt confident? On those days, you moved differently, you made decisions faster, you tackled problems head on. That wasn't an accident. That was your state driving your behavior. The truth is, most people let their state be dictated by their circumstances. If things go wrong, they get frustrated. If they're tired, they get lazy. If they face rejection, they shrink back. But the most successful people in the world don't wait to feel good before they act. They train themselves to generate powerful states on command, no matter what's happening around them. And the fastest way to change your state? Move your body. Motion creates emotion. If you stand up right now, take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and put a huge smile on your face, you'll instantly feel different. Try it. You can't be depressed with your chest open, head high, and a grin on your face. It's physically impossible. That's because your physiology controls your psychology. When you move like a winner, you feel like a winner. When you feel like a winner, you act like one. Your state is your foundation. Before you try to change your life, change the way you carry yourself. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you let the world dictate your emotions, take control of your state. Get up, move, breathe, speak with power. Decide that today you're going to operate from strength, not weakness. Because when you master your state, you master your destiny. Your story is the invisible force shaping your life. It's the internal dialogue, the beliefs you hold about who you are, what you're capable of, and what's possible for you. And here's the truth. Whatever story you keep telling yourself, whether empowering or limiting, will become your reality. Most people are trapped not by their circumstances, but by the story they've accepted as truth. They say, I can't succeed because of the economy. I'm not good enough. I'll never recover from this. But these are not facts. These are just narratives they've repeated so often that they believe them. And as long as they hold on to these limiting beliefs, they will continue to live the same struggles over and over again. But here's the secret. You can change your story at any moment. You can decide right now that the old narrative no longer serves you, that you're done playing small, and that you're going to create a new, more powerful version of yourself. Think about the people who have overcome extreme odds. People who grew up in poverty, faced abuse, lost everything, yet still found a way to rise. What made them different? They changed their story. Instead of saying, life is unfair, they said, I am unstoppable. Instead of saying life is unfair, they said, this challenge will make me stronger. You have that same power. Right now, take a moment and ask yourself, what story have I been telling myself about my life? And more importantly, is it serving me? If not, it's time to rewrite it. A new story might sound like this. I always find a way. Every challenge is shaping me into a stronger person. I am not my past. I create my future. Because once you adopt a new story, everything shifts. Your beliefs change, your actions change, and as a result, your entire life transforms. So today, make the decision, let go of the excuses, drop the limiting beliefs, and create a new story. One where you are the hero, the leader, the unstoppable force moving toward the life you were meant to live. Nothing changes without action. You can have the best mindset, the most powerful story, and all the motivation in the world, but without massive, consistent action, you will stay exactly where you are. Success isn't about what you know, it's about what you do. Most people hesitate, they wait for the right time, they overthink, they let fear stop them, and that's why they stay stuck. But the truth is, there is no perfect time, there is only now. Winners don't wait until they feel ready, they take action before they feel ready. And that's exactly why they succeed. Look at the most successful people in the world. They are not the smartest. They are not the luckiest. They are simply the ones who take relentless action. When they fail, they don't stop. They adjust, they learn, and they keep moving forward. That's the difference between people who win and people who make excuses. Action is the cure for fear. If you're afraid of starting that business, take the first step. If you feel stuck in life, make a move, any move. Fear grows in hesitation, but the moment you take action, the fear starts to shrink. And here's the secret. It's not about small, comfortable steps. It's about taking massive action, doing more than you think you can, pushing past your limits, and refusing to accept mediocrity. If you want to change your life, you have to do something different than what you've been doing. Right now, ask yourself, what is one bold action I can take today that moves me forward? And don't just think about it, do it. Make the call, sign up for the class, start the project, do something that forces you out of your comfort zone, because at the end of the day, the people who take the most action are the ones who create the most success. Be that person. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Just move and keep moving until your life looks exactly the way you want it to. Every crisis carries an opportunity if you're willing to see it. While most people focus on what they've lost, the ones who thrive are the ones who ask, what can I gain? The pandemic shook the world. It destroyed businesses, changed industries, and forced people out of their comfort zones, but it also created entirely new ways to succeed. Some saw it as a disaster, others saw it as a pivot point, a chance to adapt, reinvent, and come back stronger than ever. Think about it. Every major disruption in history has created new leaders. When the economy crashes, new businesses emerge. When industries shift, new skills become valuable. The question is, are you positioning yourself to take advantage of the change, or are you stuck wishing things would go back to the way they were? The truth is, life never goes backward. There is no back to normal. There is only forward, and the people who move forward with vision, confidence, and action will own the future. So how do you find the opportunity in adversity? You start by shifting your focus. Instead of dwelling on what's gone, look at what's possible. What skills are in demand now? What industries are growing? What problems need solving? If you can identify those gaps and position yourself as the solution, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. The ones who win aren't the ones waiting for a miracle. They're the ones creating opportunities. They're the entrepreneurs who saw new needs and built businesses around them. They're the professionals who upskilled and made themselves indispensable. They're the people who refused to sit on the sidelines and instead took control of their future. Right now, you have a choice. You can focus on the loss, or you can focus on the possibilities ahead. The world is not shutting down, it's evolving. And those who adapt, who innovate, who take bold action will come out on top. So stop waiting, stop wishing. The opportunities are here, right in front of you. The only question is, are you ready to seize them? This moment is your call to action. Everything you've been through Every struggle, every setback, every challenge has led you here. But knowing what to do isn't enough. Feeling motivated isn't enough. The only thing that matters is what you do next. Too many people hear powerful messages, feel inspired, and then do nothing. They say that was a great speech and then go back to their old habits. But not you. You are here for a reason. You have the power to create change, to rewrite your story, and to build the life you truly deserve, but only if you step up and take action. Think about it. How many opportunities have you let pass by because you hesitated? How many times have you known what to do, but fear or doubt held you back? That ends today. Because if you want a different life, you have to make different choices. You have to start acting like the person you want to become. This is not about motivation. It's about commitment. It's about making a decision right now that you will not settle for anything less than your full potential, that you will stop waiting for permission, stop making excuses, and start moving forward no matter what. And it starts with one step, one bold action. Not tomorrow, now. Maybe it's making a phone call you've been avoiding. Maybe it's signing up for a class to develop a new skill. Maybe it's starting that business, that project, that habit that you know will change your life. Whatever it is, do it today. Because this isn't just another speech. It's a turning point. Your future is being written in this moment. And the only question that remains is, are you ready to answer the call? If you are, then don't just nod your head. Take action. Move forward. Decide that from this day on, you are no longer held back by fear, doubt, or the past. The best version of you is waiting. And the only way to reach it is to step up and go after it with everything you've got. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. You've heard the message. You've felt the energy. You know deep down that you're capable of more. The question isn't, can I do this? Because you already know the answer. The question is, will I? Because at the end of the day, your life is shaped by the decisions you make in moments like this. You can walk away feeling inspired for a few minutes, or you can make a choice that changes everything. This is your time, not tomorrow. Not next year, now. The world is moving forward, and the opportunities are there for the ones who are bold enough to take them. You didn't come this far just to stop. You came here to rise, to break through, to claim the life you were meant to live. So stand up, step up, take that first action today, because when you do, momentum takes over. And once you start moving, nothing can stop you. Go out there and own your future. Let's go.